Employment Tribunal. An employment tribunal is a judicial body that hears and determines disputes between employees and employers. It is a relatively informal and inexpensive forum for resolving employment disputes. Unfair dismissal. Unfair dismissal is one of the most common types of claims brought before employment tribunals. An employee can claim unfair dismissal if they have been dismissed from their job without a fair reason. Fair reasons for dismissal. There are 5 fair reasons for dismissal. Conduct. This includes poor performance, gross misconduct, and disciplinary offenses. Capability. This includes the inability to do the job due to lack of skill, knowledge, or experience. Redundancy. This is when the employer no longer needs the employee's job role. Statutory illegality. This is when the employee has broken the law. Some other substantial reason. This is a catch-all provision that can be used to cover other fair reasons for dismissal, such as incompatibility of personalities or a breakdown in the relationship between the employee and employer. How to make an unfair dismissal claim. To make an unfair dismissal claim, the employee must have worked for their employer for at least 2 years, unless they are claiming for an automatically unfair reason, such as whistleblowing. The employee must also start early conciliation with ACAS within 3 months of their dismissal. Early conciliation is a voluntary process where ACAS tries to help the employee and employer reach a settlement without the need to go to an employment tribunal. If early conciliation is unsuccessful, the employee can then submit a claim to an employment tribunal. The tribunal will then hold a hearing to decide whether the dismissal was fair or unfair. If the dismissal is found to be unfair, if the tribunal finds that the dismissal was unfair, the employee may be awarded compensation. The compensation can include a basic award, which is calculated based on the employee's age, length of service, and weekly pay. The employee may also be awarded a compensatory award for any financial losses they have suffered as a result of the dismissal, such as lost earnings and pension contributions. Other legal action an employee can take against an employer. In addition to unfair dismissal, there are a number of other legal actions that an employee can take against an employer. These include discrimination. Employees are protected from discrimination on the basis of a number of protected characteristics, such as race, sex, age, and disability. Breach of contract. If an employer breaches the terms of an employee's contract, the employee may be able to claim for damages. Harassment and bullying. Employees have the right to work in a safe and free from harassment and bullying. If an employer fails to protect an employee from harassment or bullying, the employee may be able to claim for damages. If you have been unfairly dismissed or think you have been the victim of another type of employment law violation, you should seek legal advice from a qualified employment lawyer.